The Majority
Schumer.
Leader.
No.
On this vote, the yeas are 55, the nays are 44. The 60-vote threshold having not been achieved, the bill is not passed.
Mr. President,
Majority Leader.
I have a short announcement about the schedule. Due to the circumstances regarding COVID and another potentially hazard winter storm approaching the D.C. area this weekend, the Senate will adjourn tonight. However, we will be postponing recess so the Senate can vote on voting rights. We will return on Tuesday to take up the House-passed message containing voting rights legislation. Make no mistake, the United States Senate will, for the first time this Congress, debate voting rights legislation beginning on Tuesday. Members of this chamber were elected to debate and to vote, particularly on an issue as vital to the beating heart of our democracy as this one, and we will proceed. And if the Senate Republicans choose obstruction over protecting the sacred right to vote, as we expect them to, the Senate will consider and vote on changing the Senate rules, as has been done many times before, to allow passage of voting rights legislation. I will close with this. If the right to vote is the cornerstone of our democracy, then how can we in good conscience allow for a situation in which the Republican Party can debate and pass voter suppression laws at the state level with only a simple majority vote, but not allow the United States Senate to do the same? In the coming days, we will confront this sobering question, and every member will go on record. Finally, members should expect that the next state work period would begin on the week of January 24th. Now, on Nord Stream. A few minutes ago, the Senate voted against passing legislation proposed by Senator Cruz to address Nord Stream 2. Probably every single one of us in this chamber agrees that the United States must be strong in confronting Putin and his destabilizing tactics in Eastern Europe and in Ukraine. But as my colleagues made clear this morning, Senator Cruz's bill, in our opinion, is the wrong answer at this time to deter President Putin's aggression. I commend my colleagues who came to the floor to make the case against today's misguided proposal. My friends, Chairman Menendez, Senator Shaheen, who co-chairs the Senate's NATO Observer Group, and Senator Murphy. After today's vote, this issue is not behind us. The work is not done. President Putin remains a threat, and we must address this matter. I urge my colleagues on both sides of the aisle to work with Chairman Menendez and Chairman Brown to support Chairman Menendez's comprehensive sanctions, security, and humanitarian aid package. I believe the Menendez bill is the answer and an important step in the right direction. But of course, I'm willing to consider reasonable additions and modifications. From interfering in elections, to conducting a plethora of cyber attacks that target us here in the homeland, to what's happening today on the border of Ukraine, President Putin has left no doubt of his desire to stir up instability. His action with respect to Ukraine calls for a robust and severe deterrent action. I hope my Republican colleagues will come forward and work with the chair so we can truly confront Putin's dangerous aggression. And now, Mr. President, I ask you to be Assistant Secretary of Commerce and Director General of the United States and Foreign Commercial Service, received in the Senate on January 4, 2022, be jointly referred to the Committees on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs and the Committee on Commerce, Science, and Transportation. I ask unanimous consent to withdraw. Mr. President, okay. Do I need to do this? Unanimous consent that the appointment at the desk appear separately in the record as if made by the chair.
Without objection.
Mr. President, I have 6 requests for committees to meet during today's session of the Senate. They have the approval of majority and minority leaders.
Duly noted.
Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent that the Foreign Relations Committee be discharged from further consideration of H.R. 2471 and the Senate proceed to its immediate consideration.
The clerk will report.
H.R. 2471, an act to measure the progress of post-disaster recovery and efforts to address corruption, governance, rule of law, and media freedoms in Haiti.
Without objection, the committee is discharged, and the Senate will proceed to the measure.
I ask unanimous consent the substituted amendment be at the desk be agreed to, the bill as amended be considered and read a third time, and I know of no further debate.
Without objection. The question is on passage of the bill as amended. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and the bill as amended is passed.
Finally, I ask that the motion to reconsider be considered made and laid upon the table.
Without objection.
Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent the Senate proceed to the consideration of Senate Res. 490 submitted earlier today.
The clerk will report.
S.Res. 490, recognizing the essential work of United States Capitol personnel on the anniversary of the insurrectionist attack on the United States Capitol on January 6, 2021.
Without objection, the Senate will proceed to the measure.
I know of no further debate.
If there is no further debate, the question is on the resolution. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. The ayes appear to have it. The ayes do have it, and the resolution is agreed to.
I further ask that the preamble be agreed to and the motions to reconsider be considered made and laid upon the table with no intervening action or debate.
Without objection.
Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent the Senate proceed to the consideration of S.Res. 491 submitted earlier today.
The clerk will report.
S.Res. 491, raising awareness and encouraging the prevention of stalking by designating January 2022 as National Stalking Awareness Month.
Without objection, the Senate will proceed to the measure.
I ask unanimous consent the resolution be agreed to, the preamble be agreed to, and that the motions to reconsider be considered made and laid upon the table with no intervening action or debate.
Without objection.
Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent that when the Senate completes its business today, it adjourn to convene for a pro forma session only with no business conducted at 11:20 a.m. on Friday, January 14. Further, that when the Senate adjourns on Friday, it stand adjourned until 12 noon on Tuesday, the 18th. That following the prayer and the pledge, the morning hour be deemed expired, the journal of proceedings be approved to date, the time for the two leaders be reserved for their use later in the day, and the Senate proceed to a period of morning business with senators permitted to speak therein for up to 10 minutes each.
Without objection.
If there is no further...
Hold on. Put it in the quorum. I need 5 minutes.
I note the absence of a quorum.
Clerk will call the roll.
Ms. Baldwin.